Today we're going to be talking about the new 1/6 scale Superman and Lois Lane from Iron Studios. Is it a hit or miss? That's up next. Hello my friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris. I'm the Batman statue collector right here on YouTube, and today we're going to show Iron Studios a little bit of love by talking about the brand new Superman and Lois 1/6 scale diorama. Now this thing I actually got to see in person at San Diego Comic-Con, and I have to say it is really impressive in person. This is a large scale statue because it's literally two 6 scale figures together floating above the city of Metropolis, which is really awesome. Now this is a $720 price point. I have everything loaded up here for you at the Sideshow website. Of course, you can order it at the link below if you are interested. It is up for pre-order right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. So here we go. So first off, you're going to see, again, we're on the Sideshow website here, and again, Superman and Lois, 6 scale diorama from Iron Studios. So as we start looking at the photos, you're going to see it's a really impressive piece. Of course, she is wrapped around Superman. Superman's holding her high above the sky. You have kind of that forced perspective base, which is really neat. And again, this is a pretty large statue in itself. The fact that it has a lot of dynamic motion, the paint applications are really nice. Of course, this is a little smaller than what I normally collect, but I think it's a really good piece. And again, seeing it in person, I was very blown away by it, especially compared to some of the 1/10 scale. I do like the 1/10 scale, and seeing those in person was really eye-opening how good those were, but to see something a little bit bigger, it really wows you, and this is a really fantastic piece for the price. I think the price is pretty well justified in terms of you're getting quite a bit of statue for the money here. Again, from all angles, it looks really good in my opinion. I really like how dynamic she is, how she's kind of lunging forward on him. She's very happy to be in his arms, as you can tell. You also have the dynamic cape that's sculpted. It looks, you know, I'm kind of hard on capes, whereas I feel like I like a little bit of texture on the capes, whereas sometimes they look a little bit plasticky. And in my opinion, at least in these photos, it does look a little plasticky to me. Where it shines though is the detail on Superman's suit. I think it's really well done, and we're going to see some close-ups of that here in just a moment. But again, the colors really pop. I think the paintwork looks really nice. Obviously, she's kind of in a black and white motif with a little bit of brown with her coat. It's just a lot of fun. You're also going to have some really fun details, of course, the Daily Planet, some nice details as we kind of scroll through here. I feel like, you know, the details on the building are good. I feel like maybe they could be maybe just a little bit better in terms of detail, but again, you're not really focused on the cityscape. This is really what's holding up the statue. You should be focused on this right here, and obviously look at her portrait. It is a beautiful portrait. I love her smile, the way her hair is flowing back, looking into Superman's eyes. It's just a very romantic piece. It really captures the spirit of the characters, in my opinion. And I just think they did a really nice job. I'm not exactly sure what she's holding in her hand. I feel like maybe that could be sculpted a little bit better. It has no detail whatsoever. So I don't know if that's maybe like some sort of cloth or something. I'm really not sure. Maybe it's her notepad. And if it is, it really should have notes on it, or at least some lines. I feel like there definitely could be some extra detail there. I feel like that's maybe the biggest miss of this piece so far from what I'm looking at. But again, you can see the shoulder detail there. It just looks really good. It has a lot of nice sculpt, a lot of nice texturing. It just looks really good in my opinion. Superman's face, I think it's good. I don't think it's the best Superman I've ever seen, but obviously I love the eye contact. I think that's really nice. You can see the way the sculpt of the fabric is on his chest and on his abs. Again, fully sculpted, but it looks like fabric, the way the fabric is pulling at just all the right areas. I feel like their sculptors did a really nice job on that. The detail on the Superman's boots, of course you have her high heel coming off of her shoe. That is a really nice touch. Again, it just tells the story, and I think Iron Studios did a really nice job with that. Again, forced perspective on the base, which might not be everybody's cup of tea. It's not really the same forced perspective of what Sideshow's doing with really the angular angles and things like that, whereas this is more straightforward. It's just a smaller scale. So anyway, you can see a little bit more of her face here. Just a fun statue. I think this is really well done. I think this is going to be very popular in terms of 6 scale collectors, or just, you know, Superman collectors in general, because you don't usually get a Lois Lane. That's not something you usually get. So I think that's a lot of fun. Obviously, it's just a nice sculpt, something different for sure. And there you have the height, 22.4 inches high, 10.6 inches wide, 11.4 inches deep. So it's got a nice footprint. It almost has the footprint kind of a premium format, whereas this is again 6 scale, but you are getting 2 for the price of the 1. So I think it's a lot of fun. Again, $720 on this. It is going to be available July of 2023 through September of 2023. So that's going to put it a little over a year from now, or maybe a little less than a year from now at this point. But it's really nice. It's made of polystone. It has some PVC and metal and fabric elements. It is, of course, hand painted, and it is from DC Comics. So I think it's a lot of fun. Again, my biggest miss is maybe that notepad. It definitely could have used a little bit more detail, maybe a little bit more detail in the buildings themselves. But overall, I think it's a nice sculpt. It's a hit for me. I think it's really, really beautiful, and I think it's going to be a recommended piece for sure because, I mean, how could you go wrong with this? It looks fantastic. And Iron Studios, they continue to deliver in all scales. There's been some hit or misses, in my opinion, over the years, especially that Harley Quinn. I don't feel like it was very good, but I think this, seeing it in person, I think it's going to be very, very popular among collectors. But as always, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think about it? Is it something that you're interested in getting? Please let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, just thank you guys so very much for checking out the video today. It means the world to me. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Make sure you join us next week. Rogues Gallery Live, episode 100. I just announced it. Jason Fabok is going to be in the show, and we're going to have a major Sideshow giveaway as well. You have to be in there, in the chat, in order to win. So please join us. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys so very much for checking out the video today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.